ಯಾಕನು
Good evening, everyone. Hope my voice is crisp and clear. If there is any disturbance or any break in the voice, just let me know over the chat. So let's start today's session. So let's continue with the things which we left yesterday. Yesterday we created data validation for this one, that is categories, that is city, food, fruit, and actors. Okay. So here I created data validation. How do I create it? Let's take a small recap. I go to data validate, go to data, then data validation, this one. I click on data validation. I select list. And here I select the range which I want in the list. So I go over here. This is the one which I want. So if you see, it's B5 to B7. The moment I select B8 as well, it's moved to category because that's the name we are given to this particular range of cells. I say okay. Hope everyone is clear to this particular point. Okay, now let's see the others. Here I have given the name range as city. This is food. This is fruit. This is actors. If you see the names, this is exactly the same name as it is. You see the name range of this particular range. It's exactly same as this. You see the name range as of this one, food is exactly same. Similarly for city as well. You see this name, the name range name, and this particular text which is present over here, it's exactly the same. Okay. So now what I want is, the moment I want to create one more drop down, let me create it. I go to data validation. I say list. And in the range, I select city. And I press enter. Let me highlight it. Okay. So what I want, if I select city over here, I want every city to be appearing in the drop downs. Let's select that. But if I select the others, food, I want the respective things, that is this one, this food text should appear over here. Is my requirement clear for everyone? The moment I select a particular name over here, that particular thing should appear. If I select fruit, all the fruit should appear. If I select actors in the drop down, if I select the actors, all the actors should appear onto this particular drop down. That means this drop down should be dependent on this one. Okay. So my requirement is, the moment I change this one, for example, if I change it to food, I want the list of foods over here in the second drop down. And if I change to city, I want the list of city over here. I want list of all the cities over here in this particular drop down. Hope my requirement is clear for everyone. So just think of it, how we can get it. The int which I can give it to you is, if you go to this particular data validation, the source is category. We are given a name. So I want you guys to think on it and give me an answer. I want this drop down should be dependent on this one. So this is called as a dependent drop down in Excel. How to make the two drop downs dependent on each other. I give another 2 to 3 minutes to think on it and just post your answer onto the chat box. No, $B4 won't work because we are not changing it. If you drag down, then that we can freeze and unfreeze it. $B4 won't work. We should apply data validation category so that we can get names mentioned in that. Yes, it's correct. Okay, I repeat my question again. Here whenever I select city or anything over here, if I select actors, I want the list of actors. Where is my list of actors? Here I have the list of actors. I want that particular list of actors to be appearing over here. Right now, it's just the city which is appearing. If I change it to food, I want all this food, that is idli, vada pav, dokla and kebab, should appear over here. Instead of city, it should be the food. So this drop down should be dependent on this particular drop down and give me the result. Just think for 5 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes and give me the answer. The int which I given is, we are giving the name range. The name range of these things, it's exactly similar to the text which are appearing over here. No, VLOOKUP is not the thing. Okay, let me tell you. If you go to this, here I given equal to category. Okay, that means the name range of this. Okay, sorry. So here I selected food. If I give in this data validation reference to this particular word food, it will automatically go and pick up this one. And if I change it to another one, for example, fruit, this will automatically, if I give reference to this particular cell, the moment it changes to fruit, instead of food, it will go to fruit, right? Because in the name, in this particular data validation, we can give the name ranges as well. Like we are given category for this and it's working fine. We can give the name range as well, right? Is everyone clear? So if you see, I repeat it again. If you see the data validation for this particular dropdown, we are given a name range. So if I want this particular one in the data validation, can I give directly city? Can you see? So instead of this city, I can give the value which is present in column N6. If you see this data validation, the name, I have given the name range, which is city, which is exactly same as this one. So instead of city, can I give the reference to this particular cell N6? Right? Is everyone understood this? At least everyone understood the logic. I will explain it again. Some of you, I from the chat, I can see some of you has understood and some of you are still confused. So if you see this data validation, if I not this one, if you see this data validation, the source is city. Okay. Instead of writing city over here, can I reference to this particular cell where the city is written? Then whatever I do over, whatever I select over here, if city is selected, if instead of the fruit is selected, I will get the dependent drop down. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. Now let's try and do it, whether it's working or not. We got the logic. Let's try whether it's working or not. So instead of city, in the source, let me give this one. Let us see whether it's working or not. N6. I select a fruit. There is nothing coming over here. It's just a fruit. If I select something else, it's coming as that particular value, food. It's not taking this particular value as a name range. When I put equal to, this is not taking this particular value as a name range. It is taking as a exact value. Can you see if I change it to actors in the drop down, I'm getting actors, right? So it's not taking as a name range. It's not going to the name range which is present. It's directly taking this particular text as the source for this. So to overcome that, to overcome this limitation, what we need to do, we go to data validation again. We give the formula indirect. What this indirect does is it indirectly references to the text name. Now it's directly referencing to the text, but I want it to be indirectly referencing to this particular text which is present in N6. So when I say okay, can you see all the actors over here? And if I change it to city, it will be all cities. And if I change it to food, it will be food. So what this indirect does, it indirectly references to the text which is present in this particular cell. If I put equal to it's directly referencing to the text, which is food, but I want to reference to the name range. So for that, I use the formula indirect. I enclose N6 in indirect. Can everyone try this? For me, it's N6. For you, it might be different. The recordings of these classes are available in LMS and also in the YouTube. That is a live stream which is getting uploaded. So I explain once again. So I want a drop down which is dependent on this particular drop down. So right. So I want to if you see this particular values, this is exactly the name range. If you see this food, city, fruit, actors, and all, it's exactly the name ranges which are given to this particular cells, this particular ranges. Okay. So if I want this particular data validation to change as per the selection over here, I can go on to this data validation and inside the source, what should go as a source? I say indirect of N6. That is N6 is this particular value. Whatever name, the text which is present over here, go to the name range for that and put that as a source. That's why I use indirect. If I use the direct referencing, as I had done earlier and showed you, it will just take the text which is present over here. If I use indirect, it will be indirectly referencing to the text. That means indirectly referencing means it's referencing to the name range of that particular text. So then we get this dependent property. Hope it's clear for everyone now. I give next 5 minutes to practice this. Then we will move on to the next topic. Uh, so people who have any queries regarding the ExcelR course, the certificate, any exams or anything, you can drop an email to edl@excelr.com. Or at the end of the session, Chandana will be available. You can ask the question to her. If you have any queries regarding the Excel, the training which is happening over here, you can ask me now. And also I can see some of you are asking how to create name range and all that we seen yesterday itself. If you ask me to explain the topic which was done in the previous sessions, then it will be difficult for me because we need to see others time as well. So it's always recommended you attend the session on time, or if you missed it, go through the recording first before attending the next session. I am getting dropped down only to the city. Just check whether you are given name ranges to the other ranges as well. For example, I will given name range to food. Just check whether select this particular one and check whether food is appearing over here or not. And this particular spelling should be exactly same as this particular spelling. Revalidate that. For example, if for fruit, the name range which you given over here should be exactly same as the text which is present over here. Revalidate that, you should get the result. If you are getting any hash and error, do check the name ranges which are given and also whether the formula is exactly same as mine. Indirect of this particular cell value. Mine is N6, yours might be different. This particular one, this is column N and row 6 for me. Yours, it might be M5 or L7 and so on. You need to put it appropriately. Then only it will work. Okay, guys. Hope everyone has completed this data validation. Let's save the workbook and close it. And let's open the EDL4 sheet from the LMS portal. In the LMS portal, there will be a sheet with the name EDL day 4. Just download that and we can start working on that particular ones. Just open this particular EDL day 4 worksheet. And Chandana has also given you the Google Drive link. You can also use this particular link to get the file downloaded. I will give you 3 minutes time. Right now it's 9:23. By 9:26, we will start solving this particular problem. I give you 3 minutes to open the file and read the questions. Okay, guys, hope everybody has downloaded the file, opened this particular Excel sheet. So let's first understand the data task form. Let's go to the task form. So this is same data which we prepared in our second session. Employee ID, first name, last name, department, region, branches, date hire, basic, HRA, DA gross salary, what is the professional tax, what is the PF that has been deducted, what is the net salary. Okay. So this is the data which we have. Let's see what are the questions first. So it's asking us to highlight duplicate employee IDs. Give color bars based on gross salary. Highlight top 10 employees based on salary. Okay. In Excel, there is an option called conditional formatting. Can you see this particular one? It's called as a conditional formatting. As the name suggests, what it does, it formats the cell or a range based on a condition. It formats a range or a cell, whatever you specify, based on a condition. Okay. So let's see what is the question one that is given to us. Highlight duplicate employee IDs. If I go to the employee ID, the employee ID 5 is duplicate. If I go down more, employee ID 50 is duplicate, and there are only n number of things which might be duplicate. But for a person like me, doing it manually, it will take a lot of time. Even till 50, it took me around a minute to do that. If we have thousands of employees, can I do it manually? No, right? We need something automated or an easy way to get that particular duplicates. Right? Here the 50 is duplicate. If I go down, there might be anything, something I can miss it as well. Right? If I see something I might have missed as well. Because I cannot my eyes cannot traverse to all the data. There is always a scope for manual error. So if I have some ready-made way to highlight the values which are duplicate, let's see whether it's possible with conditional formatting. I want to highlight only the employee ID, right? I want to highlight the employee IDs. Okay, so I select the employee IDs. I select the employee IDs. How do I select it? You select the first cell, press Control, press Shift, press the down arrow. You press all these keys at a one go, then you select all the cells which are present in that particular column. Then I go to the conditional formatting. I say highlight cells with duplicate values. If I say that, you can give the formatting. I want in a custom format. Let's say I want a custom format. The fill which I want is of this particular color. You can give any color. I'm giving this particular color. You can give any color of your choice and say OK. And if I say OK, wherever there is a duplicate, it's getting highlighted. Can you see? This 5 is duplicate. 25 is also duplicate. We missed that when I was going through it. I missed 25. 25 is duplicate. 50 is duplicate. And if I go down, rest everything is appearing only once. Only these three numbers are duplicate. Is everyone understood how I did it? Okay, I will explain it one more time. Okay, no problem. Some of you have understood, I can see in the chat, but I will explain it one more time for the others. So how do I applied this particular rules, right? The conditional formatting. But if I want to remove it, how do I remove it? I go to conditional formatting again. I go to clear rules. I say clear rules from the entire sheet. Whatever rules that has been applied on the sheet, I would clear it from the entire sheet. Okay. Great. I can see most of you understood this. Pretty simple. I select the whole employee ID column. I go to conditional formatting. I go to highlight cell rules. I say highlight duplicate values. The moment I say highlight duplicate values, it will highlight all the duplicate values which are present on it. 5 is highlighted. 25 is highlighted. 50 is highlighted. All the values which are duplicates, it's highlighted. Okay, the keys to select the whole column is press Control. Along with that, press Shift. You should not leave the Control. Press Control, also press Shift, and now press the downward arrow. It will select all the values which are present now. This is how you select the whole column. Okay, if I want to manage, edit, or delete this particular rule, then I go to, can you see this option called Manage Rules? Can you see? That is a rule which has been created over here. Here you can edit it. Here you can create a new rule, or you can delete this rule or make it duplicate as well. Okay. If you select current selection, it will give you on the current selection itself. If you do this particular this worksheet, all the rules which are applied on this particular worksheet, you can look into it. I say, okay, this is how we manage the rules. Okay, I give next 5 minutes to practice this. And also I want you to check. Now it's only this particular cell is being highlighted. Okay, now only this particular cell is being highlighted. If I want this particular row, all the data from A to column N to be highlighted, what should be done? I also want you to investigate. If this is the case, not only this cell, the whole, this one to be highlighted, what should you do? Once you're done with that, check the thing, how you can do it. I also given you the hint. You just check it and try once. If you're not able to do, I will show it once you complete this. And no, you cannot use color scale to color the whole row. Color scale is different. I will show you that as well. Color scale is different. To complete, to highlight the whole row, which is this one, that is column A to column N. There is a different way. Color scale is different. Just now give a try to find out a way. If you are not able to do it, I can show you. If you sir, can you please explain how to highlight duplicate values? I'm getting the same number when I'm double clicking. So you need to select the whole column. You need to select the whole column, this one, and go to conditional formatting, highlight cells having duplicate values. Here you can give your own formatting, any custom format, any color you can give and say okay, it will take up that particular color over. Here I have given green color, that means it will take the green color. Can you see? Okay. Is anyone find out the way how to apply to the whole columns? What is shortcut to select all the table? Not all the table, you can press Control A, it will select all the field range. Can you see? Control plus A will select the whole table. Okay, now let's go. Let's see how do we highlight the whole things. Go to manage rules. Can you see it's A1 to A101? Our table is from A column A to column N. So if I go to conditional formatting and say manage rules, and instead of A1 to A101, I want this particular formatting to apply to A1 to N101. Sorry, there was a network issue because of which the screen has dropped. Okay. So if you want this particular rule to apply to all the columns, then you need to say you don't only highlight the duplicate values which are there in A1 to A101, but also apply to N101 as well. All the columns, wherever there is a duplicate, you need to apply it. For example, here I can say Bina is duplicate, Shilpa is duplicate, Shirtal is duplicate, this particular last name is duplicate, and so on. So wherever it's duplicate, it's getting applied. Is it clear for everyone? So if I want this particular rule to be applied on all these things, that is even first name where is a duplicate, highlight that, even last name where is a duplicate,
Balaji, your
because we
voice
have
is not
values
clear.
की column में.
Please check your network.
Is it? Just give me 2 minutes. Let me reconnect to my network.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Is it better now?
Yes, Balaji, now it's okay.
Okay. Okay, great. So if you want this particular rule to be applied to all the columns over here, then you need to say this particular one. Apply to all the all the cells which are present in the range A1 to A101. Okay, so somebody asking me whether if I want only this particular thing to be highlighted, only this particular rows to be highlighted, whichever is duplicate. In that case, you need to write a formula. You say new rule, say use a formula to determine it. You need to use this particular one, use a formula to determine it. How do you determine whether it's a duplicate or not? How, how do you duplicate or not? You can use a countif function. We will covering up this particular functions in this session. That there is a function called countif, which says I can say new rule, use a formula to determine it. I would say equal to countif. There is a no direct way you can highlight all the things. You can say countif. I want to do the countif from, let's say, the whole column $A to $A, the whole column, and $A1, this should be greater than 1. If I select format, and say okay. Again, I go to the manage rows. Instead of this, if I write A1, it will apply to all things. So there is something gone wrong. This is N. Can you see if I apply this formula, the whole cell, the whole row will be highlighted. Can you see? But that requires a formula to be written. We are not yet covered the formula, the ifs, the sum if count if formulas. The sum if count if formulas, we have not covered it. Once it is covered it, you can try this particular one. But right now, let's limit us to only the highlighting the duplicate values. I will go here. Just for a reference, I have shown you how to write the formulas. Once you learn the formulas, you can apply it over there. I will delete this particular rule and let's restrict us to only highlighting the duplicate values. I say highlight duplicate values. That's it. And somebody asked me if I change it to 6 over here, the color goes. Yes, if now it's not duplicate, the color will disappear, right? If it is duplicate, then only the coloring will be there. If it is not duplicate, the coloring will go off. Is that clear for everyone? Don't go for the coloring the whole row like this, because for that you need to require the right of formula, which is COUNTIF. Right now we have not covered that. Once we cover that, you can try it at your home. I just shown you reference how to do that. Once we cover the formula, you can try that. Hope everyone is clear with the conditional formatting. That is highlighting a duplicate value. Okay. Then let's attend the next question. Give color bars based on the salary. So gross salary. So here I have the gross salary. I want to give color bars to it. So let's check the conditional formatting. That is data bars. You have different type of data bars, solid fill, gradient fill, and so on. Let's give the gradient fill. If you want to see the difference, I will sort from descending smallest. Can you see wherever the salary is highest, you get a full bar. Wherever the salary is low, you get off bar. Whereas salary is very low, you get a small size of a bar. Can you see? The bar size is decreasing with the gross salary. This is called as a data bars in conditional formatting. How I done that? I select the whole range, select this particular range, go to conditional formatting, data bars. You can use a gradient fill or a solid fill as well. I will use gradient fill for now. Can you see whenever the salad, this particular fill, this particular bar, it's very proportional to the salary they are offering. So if I put a filter and sort largest to smallest, the largest salary having the longest bar, then followed by this salary is having the smallest bar. Why this particular salary has the longest bar and this is just off of it? If you see the number, this is 80,000 and this is 40,000. It's nearly 50% of that. That's the reason bar is reduced to off of the size. Is everyone clear with this? Is everyone clear how to give the data bars? Great. Just try it for a few minutes. Then we will move on to the next question. Yes, for the highest salary, there will be a full bar. For the next salary, it will proportionate to the higher salary. This is 100% bar. If you see this, this is 40,000. What is 40,000 of 80,000? 50%. So the bar is reduced to 50%. And if I change this particular salary, it to 15,000, the bar also change. If I change it to, can you see? Now it's somewhat proportionate. We can also try changing the numbers and see how it's working. Once you sort the file from largest to lowest, there is no way to sort it again back to the normal one. You can use Control Z for that, but you can either sort it largest to smallest or smallest to largest. If you go to manage rules, you can see all the rules in this particular worksheet. If I select this particular one, you can see all the rules on this particular worksheet. You will have this sort option in once you apply the filter. The shortcut to apply filter is Control Shift L. If you want to apply the filter, these are called the filters. The arrow or the buttons which you see, these are the filters. The shortcut for that is Control plus Shift plus L. This is the shortcut for applying the filter. Once you apply the filter, you can see the sort of option. If I remove the filter, I don't see any sort option over here. You need to go to data and then sort it. Better you apply a filter and then sort it. Okay, so let's now cover the last one, that is highlight top 10 employees based on salary. I want to highlight the top 10 employees based on the salary. So that is gross, let's say basic salary. Let's say I want to highlight top 10 employees based on the basic salary. So I select this, whichever column I want to highlight, I just select it and I go to conditional formatting and say highlight top and bottom values. I want to highlight top 10 one. The question is highlight top 10 basic salary. Employees that are having top 10 basic salary. I go to over here, top and bottom rows. And I say top 10 items. Can you see? Wherever the salary is highest, the top 10 is highlighted over here. Is it clear? I will do it again for you. select the range, go to conditional formatting, top, bottom rules, and select top 10 items. That is, you can give your own custom formatting as well, no problem. You can give anything. I use this one, you get this one. The one. Guys, I will explain the filter again. First, let us complete the conditional formatting. I will explain how to apply the filter, what is a shortcut key, what is the use of filter, and all. I will explain it once we complete the conditional format. So try this top 10 basic salary. Then we will move on to the this one. What we say, the filtering and sorting. So guys, for sorting, let's people who are having queries regarding filter and sort, let's wait some time. I will cover it up. Let's first complete the conditional formatting. Then I will cover up the filter and sorting. Hope everyone has completed this. Okay. Now let's see what is filtering and what is the use of filters. The shortcut key for filter is Control Shift L. If I press Control Shift L, the filter will be applied. And if I press Control Shift L, the filter will be removed. Okay. So how do I apply the filter? I press Control Shift and L. Now the filter is applied. Now let's see what is the use of the filter. So if I want to filter out a particular name from here, from the data, if I want to filter only a particular name from the data. Okay. So I go to click on this downward arrow and I select a particular name. For example, I want to filter out Pankaj and Parul. I say okay. So only that particular row will be visible. That means the data is getting filtered out. Right? Now the data is getting filtered. So instead of this one, I want to clear this particular filter. I go over here. I say clear the filter from first name. Okay. And also I have different options over here. If I say text filters and I want all the names which begins with letter S. So can you see all the values, all the names that begins with letter S? It's only appearing on the data. The others have got filtered out. If you click on that, if you want to select a particular name, you can select from here. But if you want to apply some particular condition, like which is equal to, which begins with, which contains something. For example, I want begins with all the names that begins with S. I put S over here and I got all the first name that begins with S. And after that, I want to filter on the department that the name should be starting with S, but it should be from finance as well. So I select finance from here. So you get these are the employees whose names start with alphabet S and who are from the finance department. So you can apply filters on multiple columns as well. Is that clear for everyone? And if I want to remove this particular filter, you can say Alt DFS. The shortcut to remove filter is Alt DFS. Alt key, then first press Alt, then press D, then press F, and then press S. By this, the filter will be cleared. The filter won't be removed. It will be cleared. All the selections will be cleared. Can you try this? Press Ctrl Shift L and just play around with the data. Filter out for some name, or you can use equal to, not equal to, begins with, ends with, contains, doesn't contain. If you want custom filter, if you want to put two of the conditions, you can use this as well. Let us not deep dive into the complexity. Let's just focus on the simple ones which we understand. Equal to, not equal to, begins with, not begins with, then contains and doesn't contain. And also try to apply filters on the other columns as well. If you go to the numeric column, that is number filters, equal to, greater than, less than, between, top 10, above average, below average, and so on. Just try applying the filters, then we will see sorting, how to sort the data. How to undo the changes? The only way is Control Z, the undo button. To remove the filter, the shortcut key is Alt DFS. Can you see? Press Alt, leave the Alt key, then press D, then press F, then press S. Not at one go, press Alt, leave it, then press D, then leave it, then press F, leave that, and press S. Press it in a sequence. Okay, is everyone tried this? Can we move on to the sorting option? For example, if I want to sort this particular data based on first name, I want to sort based on first name alphabetically, that is A to Z. I click on I click on this particular one. If a filter is applied, if filter is not applied, then I go to data Next is sort. This is advanced sort. This is also called as advanced sort. I say sort by first name, cell values based A to Z. So once I say OK, the data will be sorted based on the first name from A to Z. Is that clear? How do I get the option? I go to data, I go to sort, click over here, select the column by which you want to sort it. I select first name. I want to sort based on the cell values. I want to sort A to Z, set to A, anything, whatever you want, and say OK. It will sort A to Z. Now, first I want to sort by the first name. Can you see Akash, then Alam, then this one, Andre, everything starts with A. So wherever there is a splash, I want it to be sort based on the last name as well. Okay, so I say first you sort by first name, then you sort by the last name, but Z to A, not alphabetically and in the anti-alphabetically. That is from Z to A. I say okay. So can you see? First is sort by Akash, then it's sort by the, for example, let's for the simplicity, let's say let's put a common name over here. And I go to sort and say okay. So both of the names are same. So it gone to the second name. We said the second name should sort from Z to A. So the Qureshi came first and Dikshit came last. And if I change it now from Z to A to Z, can you see? First we sort by the first name, then wherever there's a clash, same name, it is sort by the last name. Dikshit came first and Qureshi came second. Similarly, if you do over here, make all the four names and the same one, and if I apply the sort option, first it will sort by the first name, then by the last name. Can you see? Wherever the name is same, the last based on the last name is getting sorted. First it comes Dikshit, then Fernandez, then Qureshi, then Trivedi. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? How to do the advanced sorting? This is called as the advanced sorting. When you applied one or two or more rules. I applied two rules over here in the sort. And one is on first name, second, then on the next last name. If you want to apply the third one, and if you want to move this below or down, you can do it. And if you want to apply it based on region, A to Z, and so on, you can apply it. You can apply n number of rules. Is it clear for everyone? Just try it out. Then we will move on to the next one. Okay, just try the advanced sort, then and filtering. Then we will move on to the next, the task 2. Okay, if you have completed this, then we will move on to the next task. Is everyone completed the sorting part? I believe that was bit easy for you to understand. Then we will move on to this particular stock. Okay, thanks for confirming. Okay, now what is the requirement over here? This is the stock price of ICICI Bank. And this column denotes whether it's gone up or gone down. If there is a negative number, let me zoom a little bit and also increase the bold of the font. Okay. So if you see, this is the stock price for ICICI Bank on each and every day. It's this gone up or down. Zero means it's neither gone up nor gone down. Minus means it has gone down. Can you see? From 709 it went to 700, it's minus. From 700 it went to 706. That means a positive, it's gained. Then again from 706 it move on to 706.23, which is by 0.4 it has fallen. That means negative number means this share price goes down. Positive numbers means share price goes up. If it's zero, then it's not going up. That means not there is no movement in the share price. Is everyone clear on it? Then our requirement is give icons to column D. Give icons to column D. If that is a positive number, that means the stock price went up, you give a green arrow. If the stock price went down, sorry, the stock price is not movement, no movement, zero movement is there, then give a yellow dot. And if the stock price is gone down, then give a downward red arrow. Is that clear for everyone? What exactly we need to do? If it is zero, you get a yellow line. If it is a negative, that means going down. You need to give a downward arrow in a red color. If it is moving up, positive number, then you need to give a upward arrow in a green color. So this is again conditional formatting. Based on condition, we are formatting the cells. So what I do is I select this particular cell. I go to conditional formatting. I go to icon sets. Okay. I go to icon set. I need three icons. One is positive, negative, and downward arrow. Positive, negative, and the zero. That is no movement. I select this particular one. What I do, I select the range. I go to conditional formatting, icon sets, and select this particular one. These three icons. Is my output right? First of all, everybody do this. Then we will correct it out. Right now, for 0 also is giving the red arrow. For 10, it's giving the neutral arrow, that is sideways. For 6 also is giving the downward arrow. We are not getting any green arrow for 40. So that is something wrong. First of all, do this, give this icon set, then we will try to correct it out. So what I exactly want you to do is, the requirement is if it is 0, then give a neutral arrow, that is yellow colored one. If it is negative, then give a red arrow. If it is positive, then give a green arrow. This is what the formatting based on the condition I want to do. Okay. So for that, there is an option called icon set. I go to conditional formatting. I say icon sets. These are the icon sets. I applied this. Now it's applied, but it's not proper. For 0, it should be this particular yellow arrow. For positive number, it should be a green arrow. This one, this green arrow should be for positive number. And for negative number, it should be red arrow, which is perfectly fine. But for 0 and positive number, the arrows are not proper. We need to correct it. But before that, I want to apply this conditional formatting, because next step we will edit the formulas or edit the condition. First of all, try this. I give you 3 minutes to get this particular arrows in the this particular column, then we will edit the conditional formatting to get the correct result. Okay, now let's correct this particular formula. Lakshmi, there is no class tomorrow. It's only on the weekdays. Weekends there are no classes. Okay, now let's correct this particular conditional formatting. Let's go to conditional formatting, manage rules. This is what the conditional formatting is. Let's edit it and see what is the exact condition that is applied. So if you see this particular condition, the upward arrow is for the 67%, but we want to play on the numbers. So I select type as numbers over here, and anything which is greater than 0 should be a green color. Can you see green? This particular green arrow when the value is greater than 0. This particular amber arrow when it is greater than or equal to 0. I will show you what is the reason putting this greater than equal to. I don't have any other option apart from greater than or equal to. So first it checks whether the value is greater than 0. If it is X, then green arrow is given already. Okay. Then it will check the remaining ones, which will be for all positive numbers. We are given green arrow. Then what it is left, only the 0 and the negative numbers. Then we apply the condition whether it's greater than or equal to 0. The number base is from 0 to minus the negative number, 0 and negative number. So this condition evaluates to be wherever there is a 0, you give this yellow arrow, and rest apart, what will be left? We've given positive numbers, green arrow, 0, this particular yellow arrow, and for the remaining one is negative ones. Wherever it's less than 0, then you give the negative arrow. I say okay and say apply. Can you see wherever it's 0, it's up this particular yellow color arrow, and wherever it's negative, red arrow, and green arrow for the positive ones. Is it clear for everyone? I will show you again what I have done. In the manage rules, I go over here, select this, and I say edit. Once I edit it, there are the set of icons. I say greater than 0, type should be number. For this particular arrow, it should be greater than or equal to 0, and type should be number. And for this one, it should be less than 0. You do this, you get the correct result. Can everybody give a try on this? I give another 5 minutes and another 2 minutes to try this. Then we'll move on to the formulas. Okay, guys, hope you have completed this. Then let's move on to the formulas. Okay, let's move on to the sheet task 3. So here what I want is, let's give a good formatting over here. Okay. Now what I want is maximum salary for North region. If I go over here, if I take the gross salary, let me remove this condition, clear the conditional formatting. Clear rows from entire sheet, or I can say clear room from this selection. I just delete it. You don't need to delete it. I will just delete it because in the formatting it just flashes the eyes. So I'm just removing it. So what I want is for North, I want to find the highest salary for the region North. If I select North, these are the salaries, and what is the highest among them is, if I sort from largest to smallest, this is the highest salary for the North region, right? 40,425. For North region, this is the highest salary. For other region, that is East, it might be different. It's 25. 25, not 25. We need to again sort it. It's 37,000 is the highest salary for the East region. So here what I want, region wise, what is the maximum salary with the help of a formula? I want to find out what is the maximum salary for each and every region with the help of a formula. Is the query clear? Is the requirement or the question clear for everyone? Okay, great. So for this, I have a formula called maxif. I want to find the maximum if based on a condition. So it asks for the maximum range. From which range you want to find the maximum. I go to task 1 and select this gross salary. Where is my gross salary column present? This is my gross salary column, right? I select this particular column. Okay. Then it asks for the criteria 1. The criteria is based on the region. I want for the north region. Okay. This is the criteria range. What should be the criteria? Criteria should be north. I select this particular cell and I press enter. So I get for north 40425 is the highest salary. And if I drag it down, I get the corresponding highest salary for each and every region. I know it's a bit difficult for you to understand. I will explain it again. The formula is max if. Max ifs. Okay, I write max ifs. First, you're asking for maximum. What is the maximum you want to find? From which column you want to get the maximum value? I want to get it from the gross salary. This is the column. I select this column K. Can you see? The first is selected. Then you're asking for the criteria range. On which range you want to apply the filter. So I say this is the criteria I want for the north region. So I select this particular column and I want to, it's asking for me the criteria 1. What is the criteria? The criteria should be this particular value. Whenever I am writing on north, it should take only the north value. So can you see it's 40425? And if you see for north region, we have already seen that for north region, the highest salary is 40425. I am getting the same result. Can you see for north region is 40425. Is everyone clear on this? I just remove the filter from here. Go to task 3. Okay. Just try out this particular formula. I just paste this over the chat window. Okay, and drag the formula to down. You get the appropriate maximum salary for each and every region. I give 5 minutes to practice this. Then we will move on to the next formula. No, you need not to select region and salary at the same time. I will explain you again how to select it. I delete this. You put a equal to, if you want, you can do it along with me, right? Max ifs. You get this particular one, press tab. After the bracket, asking for the max range. Max range should be based on the gross salary. I go to task 1. I go to the gross salary column. I select this particular column, gross salary, the whole column K. Then asking for the criteria range. I want only for the north region, where then the criteria column is north, which is column E. The criteria column is region, which is column E. So I select that, put a comma, the criteria range. What should be my criteria? Criteria is present on this particular cells. I select this one and bracket complete and enter. That's it. Your formula is complete. If maxif is not available, then you need to get the Excel update. You might be having the oldest version of the Excel. That's the reason you might not be having maxifs. No, maxif is the one where you can give the criteria. If you're getting hash name, that means maxifs is not supported on your version of Excel. Hash name means that particular formula is not present or not available. That means the Excel is not supporting maxifs. We cannot do anything on that. You need to update your Excel. No, you need not to apply any filter while applying the formula. You need not to apply any filter while applying the formula. Just for the understanding or validation, I apply the filter and check whether the result which we getting is proper or not. For older version of Excel, there is no alternative. You need to use maxifs only, but its since is not supported, you need to get your Excel updated. Okay, let's move on to the next one. That is minimum. We find out the maximum salary. Now we want to find out the minimum salary. It's as similar as the maxif. That is one more formula called minifs. You get this particular one. You go to task one where the salary is present, gross salary. The min range is the salary. The criteria range is the one as similar as we done earlier. Then the criteria is the region which is written over here. Bracket complete and enter. That's it. And if you drag it, you got the similar way you got the maximum salary, you get the minimum salary as well. This amount might vary for some of you because I have changed that manually while doing the data bars. For you, it might be 80,000 or something. For me, it's 50,000. For you, it might be 80,000. That's completely fine because I changed in my version of the sheet. That might be the reason. My numbers might be different from you only for this particular one. Okay, if you're done with the max salary, calculate the minimum salary. Okay, I will explain it again how to calculate minimum salary. Similarly, use max ifs, use min ifs. This is min ifs. The minimum range is this one. Gross salary range is the minimum range which you want to pass it on. The criteria range similar to max if. This is the region is the criteria. I go to task 3. This is the region. I just select it and I drag it down. That's it. I give another 2 minutes to calculate the minimum salary. Then we will see how to calculate total salary and total employees. How to apply the same formula to all the rows? Okay, just click on this particular cell if you want, and you drag this particular formula. It will apply to all the rows. The shortcut is Control D. I will give you this shortcut. For example, I have written ABC over here. I select this particular range. Whatever is written over here, I want to fill down. The shortcut is Control plus D. D for Darjeeling. We just press Control plus D. D for Denmark, D for Darjeeling. Just D will fill down. Can you see? The shortcut is Control D. Okay, I will share the formula over the chat window. Okay, let's now calculate total salary. This is minimum. For minimum, we use minifs. For maximum, we use maxifs. For total, that means I need to use sum. For total, I will use sum if. If that is a condition, I will use this particular formula, sum ifs. It's asking for the range where the criteria should be applied. What is the range? I go to task 1, region is my range where the criteria should be applied. What is the criteria? The criteria is the north, east, south, west, which is written over here. So I select this particular cell. Then you're asking sum range. What do you exactly want to sum? I want to sum the salary. I go to the gross salary column and select this. And I press the bracket complete and enter. So I get the total salary for north. I will again explain you. I want to get the total salary for north, then for east, then for south, and then for west. So the condition is this particular one. This will pass on as a condition. North, east, south, west. This will pass on to the condition or the criteria. So for that, the formula which is available is sum if. This is the formula sum if. It's the first argument here asking for is range. What is the range? I go to task 1. The range where the criteria should be applied is region. I select the whole column and I put comma. Then it's asking me for the criteria. What is the criteria? Criteria is the region which is given over here. Similar to the min, max. When the way you find out min and max salary, the criteria is over here. I put a comma. Then it's asking me for the sum range. What exactly you want to sum? I want to get the total salary. That means I need to sum the salary. I go to task 1. I go to the gross salary. Where is my gross salary? This is the column. I select this column. I put a bracket complete and enter. I get the total salary. And I will drag this particular formula down. I get the total salary for north, east, south, and west. Is that clear for everyone? For maximum, we use maxif. For minimum, we use minifs. For total salary, that is sum of salary, we use sumif. Similarly, we are given the criteria condition as well. I will pass on the formula over the chat window as well. This is the formula. I give another 3 minutes to practice this particular summit. Then we will move on to how to calculate total employees. So if you are getting total salary as 0, check the condition whether you selected the proper column for region. First, it should be E column where your region is present. Then you give the criteria, this particular criteria, that is B5. Then you select the columns. This is how you need to write the formula. Make sure these things are correct. Column E should be region in your file, and B5 should have that particular north or south region, whatever it is. And the sum range should be K comma K. And also check whether they given the proper column. The gross salary column should come in the sum range. No, we don't have any session tomorrow and day after tomorrow. We will be having next session on Monday. Monday, we will start with the VBA macros. Then after that, we start with Power BI. Then next week, next week, we start with Tableau. Okay, now let's calculate the last one, that is total employees. For maximum salary, we use MaxIf. For minimum salary, we use MinIf. For total salary, we use SumIf. But for total employees, what should we use? How do we get the total employees? When you count the number of employee IDs or number of row entries on to this particular task. If you say what is the total employees, it's total is 101. Total employees 100. Because if you see the count, it's 101 including the header. If you exclude the header, total employees is 100. If you take count of this employee ID, can you see the count is 100? That means we are total 100. That means if you count any row, that will give you a total number of employees, right? So let's use the formula count if. I say equal to count if. First, it is asking for the range. The range is the region column, that is E, And what is the criteria for this is go to task 3. The criteria is not. It's pretty simple, right? Count if, give the range and the criteria. That's it. And drag it, you get the total number of employees. For north, we have 40, east 20, south 20, west 20. Total it's 100. Can you see? That means we are getting the exact result. Can you try this for next 4 minutes? Then we will start with Q&A. So why count if? You want to find out total employees. How do you find the total employees? When you count the number of employees. Here, if you go to task 1, each row is an employee, right? He is one employee, he is another employee, is the another one, is the another one. That means each row is an employee. If you count total number of rows, if you count the total number of rows, it will give you total number of employees, right? That's the reason we use COUNTIF. Hope that's clear. So the formula what I write is count if the range is this one, where I should apply the criteria, it's on the region column. This is the one. And the criteria is the region which is written over here. Just give the reference to B5 and press enter. Do we need to arrange anything for Power BI? No. Power BI we will download during the session, or you can download it from the internet. I will give you the link on Monday. You can keep the Power BI downloaded or not. If not, then we will download it during the session and we will start practicing in Power BI. Power BI we will be starting from Tuesday. That is 10th of October. Monday, we will be doing the VBA, Excel VBA macros. Okay, guys, hope everyone has completed this. So let's start with the Q&A. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the chat box. No, Power BI will won't work on Apple MacBook. You need to get a Windows laptop. What to use IFS? IFS is used when you have multiple criteria and multiple output. I explained this in the earlier sessions. You can go through the recording to have a detailed one. If you're not getting the formula minifs or maxif, then you have the outdated version of Excel. Please update it. I think the attendance link is one and the same, I believe. If Chandana is posting again and again, it's for the people who have missed the link, but the link is one and the same. You can use any of the links. Power BI is on which platform? Power BI will come Windows laptop. Power BI is a product of Microsoft. I will share the link on Tuesday. We can download it during the session itself. No problem. For Tableau, we will be using Tableau Public, which is free of cost. Okay. Now I will pass on to Chandana. There are some questions like on the certificate, when the certificates and all will be issued. Chandana can take up that particular questions. Thanks everyone for your time. Have a great night. Let's meet up next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Balaji. Hope you enjoyed the session, guys. Do you have any queries? Please let me know in the chat box. I will try to clarify. I'm sharing the feedback link again in the chat box. Swati, ma'am, do we need to pay for certificate? No, no, Swati. Like you have to attend 60%, 60% attendance. You have to get 60% attendance, so you can get participation certificate. Samiksha, are you able to give certificate? Wait a minute. Again. Give certificate on 12th October because I want to submit in my college. No, after finishing this program, within 7 days, we will send you the certificates to your emails. Shubham, ma'am, is any exam for certificate? No, no, Shubham. Nothing is there. You have to attend classes. That's it. Ma'am, when are we going to get certificate? After finishing this program, within 7 days, you will get the certificates. Madhu Babu, thank you, ma'am. And how to reach out to you, ma'am? Madhu Babu, drop an email to edl@excelr.com. Gayatri, for you also same. Drop an email to edl@excelr.com. They will tell you that, like, our team will tell you that whatever courses we are providing and whatever is available. Priyanshu, where can you see our attendance? No, no, Priyanshu, you can't able to see. Jagdish, Monday session will be on the topic. Monday may be on Excel only, it seems, because there's a fifth day, right? I'm sharing the attendance link. Somebody is asking attendance also. Ma'am, on Monday onwards, Power BI will start, ma'am. Sri Vaishnavi, no, from Tuesday onwards, Power BI will start. Actually, already Balaji told that 5 days Excel, 5 days Power BI, and 5 days Tableau. So this is the fourth day. Monday is we are explaining only Excel. So Tuesday onwards, it will Power BI will continue. Harsha, there is no procedure for exams and about certificate. Up to now, we don't have any exams. So you have to attend the classes. So we will give the participation certificate. Vamshi, no, actually, this program is conducting on weekdays. So tomorrow is a Saturday, na? So weekend there is no class. So we'll meet on Monday, okay? Prerna, please send the formulas note shortly to mind it better for us. Yeah, Prerna, you will get all the files, whatever formulas in LMS. You can go there and you can download there, okay? Harshu, you will get that formulas in LMS, okay? Like files there you will get. So you can see formulas as well. Geeta, no, there is no class tomorrow because this program is conducting on weekdays, not weekends. Thank you, Madhu Babu. Have a great weekend. Bhagyashree, how to provide certificate? You have to attend 60%. You have to get 60% attendance. So based on that, we will provide that certificate. After finishing this program, within 7 days, we will send your valid emails. Umar, sir, hi ma'am. I forgot which mobile number I have registered during registration. Will take that make any difference in my attendance while submitting? No, Umar, is actually mobile number is not affecting, but email is compulsory. You have to keep same email for everyday attendance. Based on that only we are providing certificates. Okay. Bandhu Jansi, ma'am, due to network issues, I'm coming out of the meet and rejoining into after some time. Does the affect my attendance? No, nothing will happen. MB, can I end this meeting? Yeah, you don't have any query means you can leave, no issue. Nagire, no, actually you can get audio also there. Deepti Singh, ma'am, why just participation certificate only? Yeah, there is no any exam na for giving any other certificates. So you participated here, so we are giving that only. Trupti, drop an email to EDL at the rate of ExcelR.com, okay? Monica, for you also same thing. Drop in email to edl@excelr.com. Once, yeah, madam, session is over. Can we leave? Yeah, you don't have any query means you can leave. Sinchana, I'm sharing the attendance link. Kranti Kumar, drop an email to edl@excelr.com, Kranti, so you can get clarity about our XLR, okay? One day, if you miss the attendance, can confirm on LMS. Actually, in LMS also you will get that attendance link. From there also you can mark attendance. No issue. Manisha, drop an email to edl@excelr.com, okay? Bhagyashree, how to calculate the 60%? See, we are conducting 30 hours program, right? So like 15 days. So you have to attend 9 days program, like 9 days sessions. So it will be calculated like 60%. You can get the participation certificate. Nihalvi, if trainer will send a Power BI and Tableau application, definitely we will upload in LMS, and as well as in the session, we will send the link in chat also. Present, we can't able to tell the attendance, Bhagyashree. Sumana, hello ma'am. I'm new to this session, so I can get offline record sessions. Offline, yeah, you just do one thing. Drop an email to edl@excelr.com. They will clarify your doubt. Monica, first day we did one recording, like my team member explained about LMS, how to get the recordings, material, download, whatever. There you can get. Okay. కస్తూరి మేడం ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎప్పుడు ఎండ్ అయింది కస్తూరి 15 days 15 days we have to count. It will go 15 days. Tarun, prince. Yeah, Tarun, I'm sharing the attendance link. Bhavish, ma'am, first day to attend session, but what happened? What is the P? What is if analysis in Excel? Guys, if you want the recordings, means you can get recordings and materials, whatever files in LMS. Go to the LMS and download from there. Deeply Singh, the email we submit our form from, or the email we write on the form, which one is necessary for this? Whatever, like you can join in any mail ID, but submit only one email, the email ID in feedback form every day. Okay, like don't change. It will affect on your attendance. Madhumita, I already told that you can get the recordings in LMS. Yeah, Jyotika, if you don't have any query means you can leave. Okay, Bhagyashree, you are trying to tell that you didn't fill the form yesterday, like no, sorry, 3rd October, right? No issue. One day it can't affect on your certificate, no issue. YouTube people don't have any questions, it seems. Any more questions? I think there is no more questions for me. Okay, guys, then tomorrow there is no session. Tomorrow on day after tomorrow, we'll meet you on the Monday same time. Up to then, take care. Bye. I'm